Hey guys, this is Ray the Messenger, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about feeling weird and what you can actually do about it. But before we get into the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already, ring the bell, you know the deal. Let's get into the video. Feeling weird, and at first I will tell you a little story about my own life of a time where I felt extremely weird and different from the other people, because this is what it mainly comes down to. So let's get into the story. Back in the day, it all started mainly when I was a really young child. I realized for my own self that I was different from the other children. The other children were talking to each other, they were playing on the sand, they were doing different things, but I always had more things in my mind. I always wanted to play different games, I always thought about things, I always questioned things, and then I realized that I was a little bit quote unquote weird, because in the end of the day, what does being weird mean? Being weird just means that you are different from something that is not weird. So if we talk about something being normal, what are we actually talking about? Normal, what is it actually? So in the context of maybe even people, normal is how most people actually are. And when you are different from that, then people start calling you maybe weird, or you feel weird because you think, oh, I'm different, so this means I'm kind of weird. So that was exactly me back in the day. I had different interests. While the other children were interested in football, for example, I was interested in playing video games, or I was interested in talking about philosophy. Yes, that's actually true. Or I was interested in talking about why religion isn't maybe the right thing. So I was thinking about different things than the other children. While the other children were with their mind on playing with bricks, I was with my own mind. I was thinking about history. I was thinking about what is actual reality. Why does reality exist? Those were the thoughts that I actually had when I was 10 years old. So you can see from that point of view, from my own story, I was actually kind of weird because I was different. Now you have to ask yourself in your life, why do you feel different? Maybe you also have a different thing that makes you kind of weird. And then that continued in my own life. So I was feeling weird and I didn't have too many connections with other people because they were interested in different things. It was difficult for me to communicate with the other people when they were talking about football. I didn't know nothing about football. I wanted to talk about why God exists or God doesn't exist. Those were the things that I wanted to talk about, but actually nobody wanted to talk about that. So I was feeling weird, I was feeling left out, and that in the end of the day caused a lot of issues in my life. So I felt isolated, and that caused me to go into myself and to really start thinking about, why do I feel that way? And this is the thing that you have to do for your own self. And in the end, what I've actually realized that only came later on, because I was feeling weird for a long time. I felt different, and at one point I was like, you know what, later on in my life I was like, why is that even a bad thing? Why is it even a bad thing to feel weird or to be weird? Why not accept it? Why is it weird to like different kind of video games? Why is that actually bad? Who even says that it's bad? That is the thing that I started to think about. It's not about what you like or what you don't like or how you're different from other people. Being different is actually a great thing. You don't want to be like actually anybody else. Why would you want to be like 80% of the people? They are all boring and they all do the same thing and talk about the same stuff. Do you want to be one of the 100 people who are all the same? Or maybe you are different because you are meant to do different things than the other people. And in the end of the day, deep down, every single person is different, but some are more different than others, and this is the interesting thing. So ask yourself, why is it even bad, and why do I feel bad about it? Who cares what other people think about you? Who gives a damn what other people talk about? Oh, you being weird. Then you say, you know what, I don't give a shit what you're talking about. You're weird for talking about me weird. So that's the thing, just own it. Just own about everything that is a little bit quirky about you. Maybe you like collecting different Yu-Gi-Oh cards, or I don't know what you're into. Own that shit. Own that 100%. Don't let anybody tell you, oh, this is weird. This is what I did in my own life. Right now I'm like, you know what, maybe I like different weird video games. It doesn't matter what other people think about them. You know what, I'm talking to you, you don't like this video game, then cool, we don't have to talk with each other, we don't have to play the video game, but I will not let you shame me for liking things that I like. There's nothing wrong with liking different things than the mainstream people. You don't all have to like football or soccer or I don't know what the hell. You don't have to like these things. You don't have to comply. You don't have to look at what other people like and then like the same thing just because other people, because you want to be part of that group. You know what? You will find the right people that fit to you, but you have to be yourself first. Don't try to be somebody else. Don't try to change these feelings and be like, I know what the strategy is, how to stop feeling weird. I will just stop doing all the things that I actually like that kind of make me weird. Maybe you have some kind of weird twitch that you just do. Maybe you just snap with your fingers sometimes. That's not a bad thing. Why would you let other people tell you what is bad and what is not bad? In my mind, everything that I like, that's normal for me. Maybe it's different for other people, but I will not let other people dictate how I should feel about myself. And this is the thing that I want to give you in this video. Own that shit. Own 100% of the things that you like and who you are. If that's truly who you are, if you're somebody that maybe collects spiders, own that 100%. Say, you know what? I like spiders. If you don't like spiders, we don't have to talk. And then when the other person tries to make you feel bad about owning spiders, you can be like, you know what? Interesting conversation, but I have to go. And then you just say goodbye. You don't talk to the people. Only talk to the people that are actually into the things or are similar to you, or maybe want to hear about your things. Because sometimes it can be like, maybe I'm talking to you and I'm like, you know what? I actually have no clue about spiders. I don't really like spiders too much, but it's interesting to listen to it. And people have different perspectives. Some people click even though they're completely different and they're quote unquote weird. Or maybe there's one person who's quote unquote normal, whatever the hell that means, and then there's some other person who's into weird stuff. And then you can talk about it, and it's interesting for some people to talk about the weird hobbies that other people have. And some people will be like, you know what? I'm not interested in talking to the guy because he's quote unquote weird. And those people, you don't need them in your life. So cut that out. Everyone who tells you you're weird or, oh, you should behave in a certain way, unless you're doing something criminal or you're doing something illegal, it's totally fine to be a little bit weird, and you can live out your own weirdness with the right people. And that's what I would say. So don't let yourself be confused. Don't watch different videos of people telling you, oh, this is what you need to do to stop being weird, or the 10 steps to stop being weird. That's all nonsense. You don't need that. Just be yourself, own that 100%, and then you will feel better about yourself. That's what happened to me. I'm like, you know what? I like what I like, and if other people don't like it, I don't care. I don't have to please anybody. Get to that moment where you accept yourself 100% and own that. When you're in conversation with people, tell them, hey, you know what? I like playing Star Wars video games or whatever the hell you're into, and then take that 100%, own it, and you will be surprised how many people will actually be interested in the things that you are interested in. When you talk about your own passions, they will be like, I don't have no clue about Star Wars, but the things that this guy is talking about is interesting. So I will wrap this video up for you. Basically, take away from this video, don't feel weird about the things that you like. You're not weird because nobody is normal, and nobody knows what normal actually means. It's just an expression. Don't let other people tell you you're weird, because you're not. You're great the way you are, unless you're doing criminal things. But also change if it's necessary for you to change, but that's a whole different topic. So subscribe to my channel, like the video if you liked the video. Until next time, guys, have a nice day. Goodbye.